Good morning, Gladiators. Today is Wednesday, October 27th. Today we're going to be going over our last two text structures, problem solutions, and definition and description. So let's go to Schoology and go over these text structures. So far we've learned classification, where an author organizes ideas by groups using main ideas and subheadings. Sequence, where it is in order from first to last, or maybe by time, chronological text structure. When they compare the similarities and contrast the differences between a topic. Cause and effect, where an action results in a consequence or some sort of effect because of the initial action. Advantages and disadvantages, where they describe the pros and the cons of a topic. So problem and solution is when they present a problem and then offer a solution. Simple as that. Property is being spray painted. The solution is to require a license to buy spray paint. Try not to confuse this with cause and effect. So this is when you will see signal words such as solve or to prevent, one reason, concern, challenge, help. And this is what a graph would look like. So Park School had a terrible problem. The word problem is your signal word. Every day at recess, students would argue over slides. Teachers had to spend time every day taking care of the arguments. Finally, one teacher came up with a great solution. They bought another set of slides that everyone could enjoy. And the last text structure is a definition or a description. This is when an author gives one main topic and then defines that topic different ways or describes that topic in many ways. You'll find this type of writing a lot in your textbooks. So you would see, for example, it'd be a signal word can be defined as, for instance, in fact, refers to. And so then your main topic would go here, and then there would just be other supporting details that are all on this topic. This might be a little confusing with classification, but remember, classification is when it's grouped in similar topics. Here it's one topic, and then with no order of significance or importance, it would just be descriptions or definitions. So let's try to figure out what this is. After the fire, thousands of people were left homeless. Many escaped the fire with nothing except the clothes on their backs. Providing all of these people with food, clean water, and shelter was a huge task. Luckily, the city quickly formed a relief and aid society. This group started giving out the food donations that were pouring in from other cities. The society built places for people to live, gathered the tools that people needed to rebuild their homes, and even vaccinated 64,000 people against smallpox. Is this in order of sequence? Is this comparing similarities and contrasting differences? Is there a cause and effect? One specific thing that happened and an effect because of it? Maybe. Is there a problem and a solution? Is it a description of one thing? So if we see um, a problem would be providing all of these people with food. Many escaped the fire with nothing except clothes on their backs. Providing all these people with food, clean water, and shelter was a huge problem or a huge task. The solution was the Relief and Aid Society. Chicago changed in many ways after the fire. Before the fire, most of the buildings were less than 5 stories high. The buildings that were constructed after the fire, however, were some of the first skyscrapers in the country. Before the fire, most of the houses were made of wood. After the fire, people chose to build their houses out of stone or brick. There were changes in where people lived as well. The poor people in the city lived close to the center of the city before the fire. After the fire, they moved into neighborhoods that were further away from the downtown area. Sequence, compare and contrast, cause and effect, problem solution, and description. Using these signal words: before the fire, after the fire, before the fire, after the fire, before the fire. That's comparing how things have changed, and the contrasting after the fire would be compare and contrast. On Monday night, the town of Chicago was burning. People described it as terrible, but amazing. The flames were brighter than anything people had ever seen. The harsh winds swept the fire across the city terrible speed, with terrible speed. For many who watched, it was a sight to remember for the rest of their lives. Sequence: similarities, differences, compare and contrast, cause and effect, problem solution, or a description. So you see a lot of adjectives in this paragraph. People described it as a terrible but amazing. This is a description text structure. So if you could please try your hand at this text structure, exit ticket 3, tomorrow, and I'd like for you to be studying these different text structures and their signal words, because tomorrow you'll have an exit ticket that will encompass all of the ones that we learned. When you were done with that, if you could please read The Giver, Chapter 6, then here's the audio for you to use. And then if you are an asynchronous student, here are the links for the counselor's presentation that the kids are attending at the beginning of the Zoom. There will be another video talking about the Raven and going through the Raven with you. And so you can access that here within this slide presentation. And that's all we have for today, gladiators. I hope you have a wonderful